Hey guys, Cheesette here, CEO of Real Estate, and in this video, we are going to talk about the cheat code to win every listing. If you want to know how to get 100% of the listing appointments that you go on with a small, simple few tweaks, then this is the video for you. Listings help you control the inventory. It helps you control your income. It helps you work smarter, not harder. So, in our CEO of Real Estate program, the blueprint, we focus on listings because listings are leverage. They provide leads. They also provide relationships that you would probably not otherwise get. So, let's get into how to win every listing because you're going to need them because they're leverage for everything else that we want to do. So, tune in, get your paper and pen ready. All right, so let's get right into the content. There is a lot of people that believe in personality based sales. And I want you to understand that I believe your business should be a reflection of your personality. However, when you're selling something, people want to go with something that they have confidence in. People trust confidence. This is why, even myself, if you think about it, I would rather go to a store and spend $1 on a Coca Cola than spend 50 cents on a cola. What's the difference? I don't know cola. I know Coca Cola. So I am going to have more brand awareness around Coca Cola because they have invested money, time, energy into making sure that we have that. So we want to start to think about, and this is why it's important to study businesses, because if you find out what one business is doing, typically what's successful across one industry, it has an element of success that will carry you in every industry. So if somebody else, this is why it's so important to hang around people that are not realtors. My friends are not realtors. They do other things in this space of entrepreneurship, but they're not realtors. Why? Because whatever they're doing in their business, I get to learn and then I can take it and apply. This is kind of one of those same things. The number one way to win every listing is to lead with proof of what you have already done. You have to develop a proven strategy in a system that you can communicate clients, not promises about what you can do. Understand the difference. Proof of what I've already done builds buyer seller confidence. Promises in what I will do raise buyer and seller doubts. Y'all got to get this. Think about somebody coming to you asking you for money and saying, I promise I'm going to pay you back. Nope, you ain't getting it. The fact that you're starting to promise me things mean you're selling yourself, not the system. See, when you're selling a system, you don't have to sell yourself. You tell the people about your system, you give them the proof of what your system does, and then you get them to want to buy into the system and not you. Why is this important? The system is your proof. So if you guys, I always talk about this, but I'm a Patriots fan. Part of the reason that I liked it is because we had a great system. When you put a player in it, you knew the results. The results spoke for themselves. Everybody knew who you were. Everybody knew about our systems and they had faith in the systems. This is why people stayed there longer and took less pay to stay and play there because they trusted the system. You're going to win more clients with systems every single time. I'm going to say that again. You're going to win more clients with systems. Say it again. You're going to win more clients with systems. Why? Systems give basically the proof of what you can do and not a promise of what you will do. See, promises are broken, results are repeated. Promises are broken, results are repeated. So when you lead with a promise based thing, I'm the best realtor. If you list your house with me, I'm going to do XYZ. I specialize in this. I. All of these are promises of what you will do going forward. Let me show you how to flip that script. Tell your clients about your systems in detail. Have an outline of what they do, and then have an outline of the results that you have gotten with those systems. Game changer. Let me go through the scripts with you. So just say you're sitting with a seller, Mr. or Mr. Seller, if you list your house with me, you're going to end up selling your home for above list price. I'm going to help you sell your house with less complications than probably our competitors. And I have a stream of buyers that I may be able to get into your house up front so you don't even have to do showings. So now what that is saying is that that person now has to have faith in you. See, people are naturally, what's the word? Suspicious or skeptical is the word. So when you start highlighting yourself, they are more skeptical of people than they are systems. That's why, if you ever notice, let me just give you an example. They're more skeptical of people than they are of systems. If you do that trust exercise, you know where they say, lay back, trust me? You ain't doing that. I love my husband dearly, and I trust him with everything in me. I wouldn't do that with him. But guess what I do? I sit in this chair. I trust the chair. Why? Because the chair represents a system, and I have faith in the system. I understand how a chair is built. I know how it works. This is why having a business is important, because most people, because they have jobs, they understand how business works. So when you start to talk to them in terms of business, they are more apt to want to do business with you because you're speaking to them in terms that are familiar to them. When you start talking about yourself, they don't know you. You're not familiar to them. Automatically lowers their confidence and raises their suspicion. So let me flip that script again. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when you list your house with me, you're going to get into our 22-point seller marketing system. Our 22-point seller marketing system takes care of everything from photos to off market showings to pre listing marketing. We have an integrated approach to marketing. We use social, digital, and traditional mechanism to market your house. And in the last 5 years, we have listed 130 properties. We have sold 130 properties, 127 of them over list price with very little contingencies. How would you like to learn more about that system? See, now I am telling them what they can expect from the system. And if they want the results, they're going to choose the system. And what that does is, I guarantee you that every person that's not watching my YouTube channel, that's not in my blueprint membership, because we heavy on this. We're heavy on the systems. We're heavy on the building the business the right way so that that can translate into how you communicate with the clients. See, if you don't have systems, you're not going to be able to communicate that to the client. But because we teach our blueprint program members to make sure they're focused strictly on systems, so they can sit down and spout out step one, step two, step three, step four, because that's how all of their business runs. It runs in a cycle. So 100% of the time, this will set you apart from every other agent. It will, because they're selling promises, they're selling hopes, they're selling dreams, they're selling something that is possible or probable. However, when you sell something that is predictable, that already has results, you're going to automatically set yourself apart. 100% of the times, your competitors are not doing this. And let me ask you, let me tell you how I know this, because they're not trained how to run a business. So if they're not trained how to run a business, you can stand to reason that they're not going to be in front of sellers and buyers talking about systems. They just know how to sell, and that's what most untrained people do. Trained salespeople, they actually plug into systems. One of the reasons that I came to Keller Williams, and this is why I believe a lot of people go to bigger brokerages, because they represent a systematic way of doing business that they can now start to communicate with their client. So you want to make sure that you're helping your clients understand the gap between what they want and what they actually need. See, one thing that sets me apart in listing appointments, because I have a lot of people that are like, well, I really like this person. Okay, liking them is one thing. If you like them, take them out to dinner. This is a business transaction. If you want to sell your house for the most amount of money in the least amount of time, it would stand to reason that my systems have stood the test of time. And I can, if you put my system against your likability of your other agent, I guarantee you my system is going to trump them every time, because the system has been designed not just by myself. It's been designed by my colleagues, people with marketing degrees, attorneys, people with bookkeeping degrees. We've invested a lot of money. And I can say at this point, 5 to 7 years in building these systems, they are what they are because of the time we've put in. I guarantee you nobody else has that kind of runway. And when you're able to talk to people like that, you show up with confidence. Because here's the thing, what do new realtors struggle with? What are experienced realtors struggling with? Confidence. See, when you get to sell a system, you get to take yourself out of it. Now, I'm not the focal point. I don't want to be the focal point. I want the business to take care of itself and be the focal point. So when you are leading with a system, it takes away the angst, it takes away the anxiety, it takes away the, oh my God, what are they going to look at me and say? How are they going to feel about how I said this? It doesn't matter, because you're moving them on a train and they just need to get on the train. And that's what you're showing them. So make sure you put this in your repertoire. But here's the thing, you got to build systems on the back end. How are you doing that? If you don't have a place to build systems, you're not going to be able to communicate to your clients. And at the end of the day, all your clients care about is results. That's it. They don't care. about you as a business owner per se. They care about what's important to them and how you're going to help them get it. And the way you're going to be able to communicate that to the best degree and most effectively is through systems. So, if you are not in the CEO of Real Estate membership in our Blueprint program, building systems that you can communicate with clients. And I go through this with you. Like every week we have a coaching call. I help you narrow down your systems. And I'm tough. Like I got people in my program right now that have been in there 3 months and their systems are still not where they need to be. Why? Because they present them and it's like, nope, we need to work on that. We need to automate that. We need to make this better. And we're taking the time to develop a system so solid that when that system is done, they can hand it off to somebody else and go do something else. That's what this is about. Real estate is about getting your time back, honey. So if you found value in this video, I ask you to connect with us at the CEO of realestate.com or sign up for the Blueprint program. Becoming the CEO of your business is not easy. I'll be honest in saying that it took me 5 to 7 years to build the systems that I'm teaching the agents in our program to build. However, that's the beauty of leveraged in coaching and training. Because now, instead of it taking you 7 years, I'm giving you the cheat code. I'm showing you how to break it down, how to build your systems in 3, 6, 9 months, and then start to execute them. And then in the year that you execute them, making them better. By year 2, you should be able to hand that off to somebody else so you can go start to do the things that you wanted to get into real estate for. You wanted free time and you wanted the money attached to it. I'm showing you how to get to the money so you can enjoy your time. So everything in this video is really focused on the sales theories, right? Information that will help you become a better salesperson, yes, but a better CEO first, because CEOs are going to always make more money than salespeople. So I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to think about the infrastructure of a company. The CEO gets paid, the salespeople go to work, right? The salespeople work really hard. The CEO works not as hard, but gets paid a lot more. Do your math, check the facts. I know that because when I worked in companies, I worked in sales capacity. I was busting my behind. And I couldn't figure out how, like when I was working at Blue Cross Blue Shield, I remember I got a bonus and the bonus was great. I think it was like $20,000 bonus. And I was so excited about my little bonus, right? And then when I read that Angela Brawley, who was the CEO of the company at that time, got a $4 million bonus, I was like, oh, ooh. Yeah, okay, I'm doing the work. I'm out here and she's in meetings, but she's collecting checks because that's what CEOs do. So that's why we want you to be the CEO of your real estate business. And that's what the Blueprint program is really designed to do. It's really designed to pull you out of the activity of sales. First, by helping you automate it and then delegate it so that you can be the CEO of your business and start to have those high level meetings and drive profit and business forward in a way that doesn't require so much time from you. So, guys, thank you for tuning into this video. If you found value in it, I want you to like, subscribe, and share. We drop videos often, but we're also going to drop some stuff for subscribers. I'm excited about some new contests that we have coming out, so make sure you're subscribed.